backing up. So when a wrestler was backing up, another wrestler was being aggressive, and then all of a sudden the wrestler backing up is how he should reward that. So my situation, I thought that was just a horrible technique.
So you're looking for three. And I'm a thrower. In order to throw, you gotta sag, you gotta go backwards. Yeah, and you had a better view of what he was doing than I was. You know, so I was like, 2, 3, well, I figured you wanted something else besides 1.
You land on your back.
Yeah, someone's on their back. It's pretty hard to have a 1 somewhere.
Sure.
You know, guess so when 2 3s didn't matter, you know, when we had 1 5-minute round, I'd be more than happy to give that a 3. But, you know, they're light changing now. 2 3s on.
But I think if you told a feeler rep that, they'd say, who cares?
Yeah, I don't care what feeler says either, though.
I can see where you're coming from. It's the same with the 5.
They're not wrestling. I wrestle. I've been boned by more than 1 rep because their mentality, they want to get it over and done with, and that's not right. You know, I had an arm spin, not arm spin, a hit, hits the mat, slides 2 feet, face down, and they give him a 5 because my feet went over my head, but my face slid on the ground 2 feet, and that was a feeler ref. I don't have a good taste in my mouth for any feeler ref. And I'll argue those points all the time with them. I don't care if you're Mr. French feeler guy himself. He's still not wrestling.
I agree.
But it's all a matter of
perception.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, you had a better view here if he was trying to bail out. When I bail out, I'm belly down.
You look at the rest of the actions that occurred in that match. Blue is clearly the
Sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if a guy lands on his back, probably
sure.
And sometimes when they land real slow like that, too, where he's kind of like this, well, maybe he stops him halfway and then...
And that is in an attacking position. Or stepping over is also, too. You know, that's one of the offensive things as you're being thrown. Step over, float your hips. You know, and that's where I get into a lot of discussions with upper ones, is they always want 3. Well, I'm taking the risk on throwing, and they step over. Sure, they're going to get rewarded for good defense, but if I got both their arms and they don't even have a lock, I have 2 problems. 1, when someone's feet's off the ground, how can they score 3 points? It's pretty hard to have your feet off the ground and be the attacker in my eyes.
I've done it.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying, you know, that's why the classic situation is like on a double and a body lock or a crotch throw. I look at whose feet's off the ground and who lands on their back. And I've had discussions with more than 1 senior official about that.
Well, wrestling's a sport of torque.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't develop torque unless your feet are planted in the ground.
Exactly. Whose hips are popping. If my hips are popping, your feet off the ground. I find it hard to believe that that is your move. But I've discussed it more than once with more than 1 guy here. Not saying it's impossible because I've seen these guys get going like this. He rotates his hips and they both land feet down and you're like, don't see it too often, but I just don't think auto touche gets called as much as it should be called. But other people think that auto touche doesn't exist, but once in a great while.
They don't understand it generally. You know, it's a penalty is what it is for poor technique.
Sure, it is.
If you land on your back, you should be penalized.
Sure. But I don't, like I said, you know, I'm a big fan of the 1 5-minute. I thought that I liked the best kind of 2 rounds when it first started, and now the coaching is developed to where I'm more of a fan of the 1 5-minute round.
2 minutes not long enough to score.
And the other thing too is, so you tech me 1 round, and then I score 1 point and 1 point, and I win the match, and you outscored me. You tripled my score. I have a problem with that too, but it's the rules, so we're in a 5-minute round, that won't happen.
And Philo, this is what Philo would say.
Oh, yeah.
They'd say, you know what, we were sick and tired of, especially with the line bracketing.
Right.
If you lose a match, you're done. They want the best guy going forward.
Sure.
And they saw it, well, what happens if a guy gets caught in the gut? Trapped arm gut, boom, 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 boom. Match is done in the old way.
Yeah.
But now they're saying, you know, you have to be consistently good for
Sure.
these two.
Yeah, but consistently good is one step out, or push out, whatever. I don't think that's, you know.
It's not entertaining.
No, it's not, you know. That's why I don't really care to ref the Opens, is because they're boring. I schedule my work around this tournament and the kids' nationals and duels and stuff like that. But the senior level, you know, this convenient, like in Vegas, that's convenient because I'll wrestle the Opens and I'll wrestle the veterans, you know, but I'm not going to pay $600-700 for a plane ticket to go wrestle the Opens to be out in 2, because realistically, that's what happens. Even with that qualifying tournament, I go 2-2 or something like that, but it's not worth $800.
I agree. Come check in. I'll be back, right? Okay.
Xavier Nichols, Illinois. This is your second call at 14.
I thought you gave the guy.
I realized it was for his guy. Well, he was coming up wondering.
Ari Hornets of Minnesota, first call at 20. Hornets of Minnesota, this is your first call at 20.
So you guys gonna make this an annual thing now? Coming out here?
Well, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
It's a close drive for me. Yeah, it was only about a 9-hour drive. It's some of the other guys like the Little Asians standing up on the podium right now. He has to fly it. It's quite a ways from Belize, so it gets expensive for them. Yeah. I like coming out just because you don't get any good Greco in Canada.
Do you guys do Greco there?
Only at our national championship.
Yeah, I remember. I think the girl that was with you guys last year.
Yeah.
She was telling me something about you guys didn't get much Greco. Then what do you do for like high school? Do you have freestyle or folk style?
Freestyle.
So do you do any type of like your own folk style?
Nope.
No. So you guys are majority freestyle.
Yeah.
And do you have a your Olympic team is all freestyle, or do you have a Greco only?
We didn't qualify. We'll send guys to go to trials for it, but we didn't qualify.
I just laughed hysterically. What is going on? Why do we have so many people being called to the mat?
Blue's got to be on one knee.
Cadets, pay attention and now it's what's going on. I don't want to know what's coming next.
She gets fired up.
Oh, yeah.
I put the K down and just went for big up. First and second round, it's not very important because red always comes the first round and blue always comes the second. It's the third round where it really matters.
Junior Greco rosters are now available in room 201. Junior Greco rosters are now available in room 201. Dalton Struckner of Illinois, first call, man 16. Dalton Struckner of Illinois, first call, man 16.
Some information, an easy way to create some video training. To sit down and make these videos. I just got to say, it's all fishing. Start watching matches I can find on YouTube and stuff, which is incredibly too. Watching 30 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So we have some officials here that write down the information so that
Document the time that you can go back.
you can go back to YouTube.
Because they're archiving this, right?
Find the situation, edit it. something.
Yeah. It's a bottle here, huh? Red one.
Good job, honey. Good job.
Go, Judge.
What's happening?
She let me take another hand and get it. Change that. In the USA book, if it's not explicitly listed in the